We are live. Yes, we're live. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to day 2 of our January-February title match weekend, live here at Bolorama in Newcastle, Delaware. With the 2021 UBA Northeast Unholy Alliance tournament, and we have ourselves our last 2 title matches for the weekend, in conjunction with the last squad of the Unholy Alliance tournament. I'm Jonathan Dansbury. We are also joined by Gordon Pepper today on the stream.
So can I say a couple of things first, John? Very quick.
What's that?
First of all, thank you for having me on. Second of all, the reason why I'm chatting with you through my little place over in Jersey instead of down there is that I picked up the C word.
The C word.
And I'm convalescing. C word is convalescing, apparently. And I'm here. I hope everybody who's sick, please get healthy. Because trust me, I have this. This is not fun. I sound a lot better than I feel. This is not fun. And please, everybody, feel better.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's no joke, guys. Take it seriously, especially from Gordon, who he's as he just said, he's experienced here right now. He is he's commentating with me from his home back in Jersey. And Gordon, we hope you get better real quick. All right.
Thank you, buddy.
Back to 100%. So
I was going to say, obviously, with the coughing in the background, and the funny thing is this: I almost certainly sound better than how I feel, and it's always a thing with me is if I sound like garbage, I'm feeling good, and if I sound normal, it means I'm not. So, and yes, there will be a King of the Hill again in Lodi this evening, and I will be running it from my apartment.
There you go. Always find a way to get stuff done, even if you have the team.
It comes with the territory, sir. I mean, that's you got to do what you got to do.
Absolutely, of course. So we got ourselves a couple title matches. We let's actually go back a little bit to yesterday. My fantastic skills with the live feed yesterday were not phenomenal, or they were not good. And let's go. Let's talk a little bit about that while the guys are practicing. So yesterday we had 4 title matches. And we started off with cruiserweights, who voted on 3 and 4, and they didn't look like cruiserweights. I shouldn't laugh because I know that you guys take it pretty, they take it seriously, and they struggled. They struggled a lot. So
sometimes that's how life works. Not everything is going to be the open wall shot of your dreams. Not every painting is a Picasso. Sometimes a 5-year-old finger painted it. And in this case, we had like a 2-year-old putting their feet all over the painting.
I'd say that's a good description. You had the reigning cruiserweight champion Raul Renteria. And you're gonna hear that the team name Social Bowlers a lot today. And for those that have not followed the WCS, that is a team name that's been said a lot. They own at this moment, 3 of the 6 belts. Raul Renteria, as we mentioned, has the cruiserweight belt. He successfully defended the title yesterday here against Jeff Wiltsey. He won 4 games to 1, and the significant part of that match is between the 2 bowlers, 10 games total. There was 1 200-game bowl out of the 10 games, and these guys are 215 and below.
Yeah, and it wasn't the prettiest thing in the world, but one of the things that you did mention, and we're going to talk about this right now, I think, is that one of the 3 belts that Dysfunctional Bowlers has is the Uncapped, or the heavyweight tag team title, depending on how you pronounce it. Now, one of those bowlers for Dysfunctional Bowlers is David Nagelhout. And the reason why I bring this up is that he is very close to a heavyweight title shot, I believe. Jonathan, correct me if I'm wrong there.
He's climbing the list again. David Nagelhout, a lot of success in his short time on the WCS. And I say short because I don't really count like the 9 months break we had with COVID. He ran the table to become heavyweight champion, regional heavyweight champion. And then I believe in January last year, him and Raul became the first Uncapped tag team champions. And that's in the short version as to how Matt Frei-Funk is part of the champion team today. Raul has had both titles, both tag team titles, and he had picked one. So that's how Matt Frei-Funk got into the mix here with Dave. But Dave is a former heavyweight champion, and he is currently number 8 on the list, and still hasn't matched a bowl this month. So he could be number 3 by the end of this month, and line up the title again.
Before belts, I know there is a welterweight coming up there from Dysfunctional Bowlers. The only one that I don't know if they have yet is a Vixen.
Oh, you mean Dysfunctional? Oh, yeah, Dysfunctional. Yes, Dysfunctional Bowlers. Yes. I don't think they have a Vixen. Dysfunctional Bowlers, at this moment, does not have a Vixen on the list. Obviously, they have the cruiserweight, welterweight. They have a bowler on the welterweight list. I think he lost this month. Obviously, and then obviously they have both tag team belts. So
yeah, so they need to re-qualify a welterweight, is what you're telling me.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Make a long story short, yes. There you go. I'll just leave it at that.
Speaking of welterweights, Julio Hernandez recently won the welterweight championship. This is his first title defense, and it's against a veteran here. This is going to be fun. Galan Leonard over from BOA, and this is the first time that you have 2 teams originating in the Connecticut area that are actually going up against each other for a title.
Yeah, and you know what? This is a great storyline here from the welterweights. You got the champion first of all. You got Julio Hernandez, Hounds of War. As you mentioned, he won the title back in December at Lodi against a then undefeated Chris Shank from Do It Yourself. And he got the title shot in a unique way. He won his match from the 5-6 spot that month. And the number 1 contender, the number 1 bowler, all couldn't make the title match that month because I think the number 1 contender couldn't make it. So you had the number 1 contender that couldn't make it, you had the number 1 bowler that couldn't make it, and Julio was next in line with the win. So he got the title shot, and he's making the best of it right now. He's the champion, and as you said, this is his first title match. And then, as you mentioned, you have BOA. You have Lori Galan. I think this is the first title match for BOA on the WCS circuit. I can't recall BOA having another bowler in a title match. But, yeah, Lori Galan representing BOA. First time for them in a title match on the WCS circuit. So, 2 great storylines for the welterweights today. Yeah,
and this is going to be fun. And, one of the reasons why the welterweight title was granted to begin with is for 3 reasons. Number one, up-and-coming bowlers that want something to shoot at. Number two, down bowlers that are trying to be competitive in some way, shape, or form. Or number three, again, veterans that aren't good enough for that cruiserweight level, but who still want to compete. So Julio Hernandez is definitely an up-and-comer, and Lloyd Galan Leonard, he's crafty. He's going to be dangerous. And he's one of those bowlers that figures out ways to win. He's not going to super strike you to death. So he doesn't want a carry down. If it's a carry down, it's going to be advantage Julio Hernandez all the way. If it turns into spare making and grinding, Laurier's got a decent shot at this.
Absolutely. Well, practice has ended. We are ready to get underway. These are the uncapped tag team title matches between Dysfunctional Bowlers, David Nagelhout, Matthew Frei-Funk, and Southampton Samurais Chris Monger and Joe Monger. And the other title match, the Welterweight title match between the champion Julio Hernandez from Hounds of War and Laurie Galan from BOA. And Chris Monger, as we'll talk a little bit about Southampton Samurai a little bit. Another team that's making their title match debut today. We'll talk a little bit about the Team Monger a little bit. As Chris Monger starts off with a strike in their first match, in their first shot, their first title match debut. And those that are watching, obviously we got both matches going at the same time. And so we'll try and go back and forth the best we can here. Dave Nagelhout starting for Dysfunctional Bowlers. And Chris Monger for Southampton Samurai. David Nagelhout, as you mentioned, a former heavyweight champion. Knocked off a long-time reigning heavyweight champion to become champion. He knocked off Bobby Hall, who held the belt for, I had the number in mind, I think it was like 279 days. He had the belt.
Almost a year. That was actually, if I remember correctly, that was last February last year, actually.
Yes, it was. Yeah. Yep, because in January.
I'm sorry, January. You're right. Because
January,
he lost to Alex Prell, who took that shot over to Mega Bowl.
Right. Yes, and we know the rest of that story. He went. The impressive part is, Dave made the trip down to Maryland and defeated Bobby down there. And it's kind of funny because we were talking about this. We were following the storyline, Gordon, and Bobby kept doing all the traveling for his title match defenses. And he was like, I got to do the traveling, but he kept winning. And then when he finally got a match in his backyard, he lost. So, I mean, it was a good run that he had. He kept winning, but then when he got a match close by, it didn't work out. So.
Well, be careful what you wish for. Almost all of the DMV bowlers that have lost the title, they have lost it in their own backyard.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Pretty much, they have.
So, there's a couple of major reigns that ended in the DMV area, and the one that immediately pops up to mind besides Bobby Hall, Candice Little, because she lost the belt to Shannon over on the Misfits.
Yes, she sure did. That's another one, yeah. Absolutely. And you mentioned how early in the pre-match segment, how Dave was making his way back up the list. Well, a few spots ahead of him is Bobby Hall, who's in the 3 spot for this month, and he's got to bowl his match. So we could see Bobby Hall, Dave Nagelhout, round 2 very shortly. In the next couple.
And isn't that going to be fun?
Yeah, that would be a nice rematch. That was a great match down. I believe it was at Greenway Bowl. It was at the I want to say DMV Gauntlet in January. And yeah, that was definitely a great match. That was a great match that took place. So So far, while we've talked away here, both Dave and Chris are perfect through 3. So good starts for both teams, and definitely a great opening 3 frames for Southampton Samurai. For those that are tuning in, don't know tag team rules, quite simple. Got to make 4 tags in a game. Tags can begin after the 3rd frame. And Dave Nagelhout, head pin, will go in front of the 7. First spare opportunity on the day for Dysfunctional bowlers. And
what I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I was going to say on the welterweight side, looks like they were taking notes from Dave and Chris because both Julio and Laurie both started the first 2. Laurie with a 9 missed in the 3rd frame. Julio
I think they're
Hernandez.
going to take notes from Raul yesterday. Ooh.
Or they're watching the guys next door. So I was going to say, I mean, doubles look like a premium on the pair they're bowling on. I mean, that's the same pair. Julio and Laurie are bowling on that Raul and Jeff bowled yesterday. So interesting to see how the guys play the lanes and how they handle the conditions on 3 and 4.
I mean, no offense to anybody, but both of their mental games are strong and maybe a little bit stronger than the people that we were noticing that was on that same pair yesterday.
Definitely could be, yes, absolutely. As the champion, Julio Hernandez, he takes the 6 pin out of the 3-6, so both bowlers opens in the 3rd frame, and the challenger with the 2 pin advantage.
Good job, Dansbury.
Here is Laurie Galan up on 3. He comes back with a strike, so he matches the champion Julio Hernandez in the 4th frame. So far, it looks like everybody's matching each other here, both title matches in the early going. Here is the first shot of Joe Monger. This is Chris's dad. And kind of a similar story for Southampton Samurai here. Chris and Joe, they won their match earlier this month. Yes, I have this information. They knocked off Mike Petoskey and Mike Hanlon of the TakeOver. And the number one contenders, Prell and Frank Maynard, could not make the title match, so Team Monger got the shot, and here they are. They're going to look to make the best of it, kind of similar to what Julio did in December. And Joe makes the 4 pin.
Hey, when you have the opportunity, you take it. You never realize why you get it or when you get it or how you get it, just as long as you get it.
Absolutely, yeah. And there might be the first blemish on the scorecard. Matt Frei-Funk, his first shot of the day is not a great one. Looks like he leaked that one a little wide. Ball never had a chance to come back to a 10. Really, first difficult spare opportunity on the day for any of the bowlers. And as soon as I say that, Julio goes through the face, 4-6-7.
Good job, Daniel.
Here's Frei-Funk, 2 pins, leaves the 10. So Dysfunctional bowlers have the first open in this title match. And Julio Hernandez, 4-6-7. Looks like he'll get 2. He does. That's a second open frame already for the champion. Laurie Galan increased his lead. He threw a double in the 5th frame. That's 4 of the first 5 for the challenger from BOA. And Frei-Funk, almost a 7-10. But very fortunate to leave just the 7 pin. So some early struggles from the partners in this Uncapped tag team matchup. Although I will take Joe Monger's 4 pin so far over 2-8-10 and almost 7-10 here by Frei-Funk. And Frei-Funk covers the 7 pin, no problems there. So up is Joe Monger. As you mentioned, Southampton Samurai making their first title match on the WCS circuit in their franchise history. They have an early lead already. Joe looking to add to it here. That is wide. And he gets 3. He gets 3 off the right. And I will say, yeah, if you leak the ball wide here, there is not so much forgiveness here. This is, yeah, there's the result from it. Yeah, there's a lot of pins left standing. I'll put it that way. So Joe Monger on the a lot of pin lead.
A lot of pin lead.
Yeah, there's a lot of pin lead. I had a lot of pins to call, and he only gets 2. That is a not the best of frames. 3-2 in the 6. Yeah, 3-2 is not a good 6 frame, especially working on a spare. He actually get the lead back to Dysfunctional bowlers. Chris Monger coming back in for Southampton Samurai. And he trips a 10 out. So definitely much needed strike for Southampton Samurai. Especially off the disastrous 6 frame.
Yeah, well, you can't be doing that. And maybe they did take notes from Earl Renteria.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say because nobody yesterday when did that. Nobody did that yesterday at all. 3-2. I mean, that's kind of hard to do in title match.
Carry a lot.
I don't know what to say. The camera guy's there, and if I say it, it'll be saved and recorded, and I'll be hearing it many, many times on any UBA feedback.
There you go, pretty much so.
Shout out to Kevin, the camera guy, by the way.
Yeah, Kevin, our camera guy, who's right there on our right there. Camera guy for the UBA. Always does a fine job. Very nice job. So we got Julio Hernandez coming up. So after the open frame in the 5th, he followed up with another open 9 miss. So he's 93 in the 6th, and he will cross over for a Brooklyn strike. I think he'll take any mark at this point. He's got one. Lori Galan has 128 in the 7th. That is an open frame. So anything for the champion, he's going to take at this point. He needs it, and he needs to find something fast. Like a double here would definitely put a lot of pressure on the challenger. Here is Julio Hernandez, 7th frame, sorry, 8th frame, 10 pin. He's going to stand, gets 7 out.
This is turning into one of those grinder matches. You know, at the beginning, if it was a carry contest, it's advantage Julio. However, it's going to turn into a spare making contest. That being said, I'm a little bit surprised.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a little surprise here. So I don't know if that's your phone going off, Gordon, but
That's mine. I bet that's mine. I'm texting him now.
okay, gotcha. Joe Monger, even for Southampton Samurai, another open frame. I'll give Joe credit. He got more than 3 that time. He got 9, but he flagged 10. Either way, it's not good. It's not good either way. And right now, heading into the 9th frame for this tag team title match, the best Samurai can do 204. Dysfunctional bowlers are on a 205 pace. Meaning if they go strike spare, the rest of it go spare strike, or strike spare, the rest of the way they have 205. So Southampton Samurai are going to need a little help from dysfunctional bowlers. That's 5 pin. I don't have a lot of people in the back, so. And it was starting to get away. That was getting away, but ball didn't cover it. So, Galan on lane 3, welterweight title match. This might be an opening for Julio Hernandez. 3, 4, 6, 7. And that's another 6-2. So right now, heading into the 9th frame, Galan at the moment has a 3-pin lead. And this is a big 9th frame for the challenger. Got to have something here. That's a big shot. Big shot from the challenger from BOA, Galan. Big strike. He can't be shut out in the 10th now. All Julio can do now is put a lot of pressure on him. He's got to put a few strikes together here, 9, 10.
Or at least get a couple of marks. Forcing the mark in the 10th.
Yeah. Especially if we're going off of what we saw yesterday on the pair. Yeah, marks will put some pressure on anybody at this point. So taking the 10th frame here, tag team title match, Frei-Funk. He makes the 2-4. They have a 29 pin advantage. I was going to say, I don't think he needs much here. Is that enough? I'm pretty sure Dave can get a few of these pins here. That is enough. That is barely enough.
Yeah, thank you very much.
That is barely enough. That is exactly enough. I was trying to do the quick math, and then the graphic came up, and so Matt Frei-Funk giving us the reassurance that we got enough. They got enough for the Game 1 victory. Matt did not like that shot, however. But here's Dave Nagelhout, and that's now official. 4th tag. So that is 4 tags now for the Dysfunctional Bowlers. That is now the Game 1 victory in the books. We're just winning the final score now. So while that's going on, welterweight title match, Julio Hernandez. He spared in the 9th frame. This is the first ball in the 10th. Didn't like the shot. Goes high, almost crosses over, 6-10.
Well, that's definitely going to make life a lot easier for Lorray because basically the worst or the most that he can do is throw a mark to win.
Yeah,
pretty much. The mark's going to have a good count attached to it.
Oh, of course, yes, absolutely. And Dave Nagelhout, he finished Game 1 off with a nice solid 9. Oh, jeez. There's a chop spare from the champion. Absolute worst time for that to come around. So Julio will sit in the clubhouse at 159. Galan. He doesn't need a mark. I need to do some quick math here. 7 and 2 balls. We did see a 3-2, but I don't know if Lori's going to go 3-2 here. So.
Yeah, well, the issue here is this: you're gonna have some. If you're Lori right now, obviously you get enough to get the win, and then after that, what you got to do is figure out. What you got to do after that is figure out, okay, how do I get everything set up for game 2?
Right, absolutely. So, Lori with a 9 count in the 10th frame, that's going to be good enough for the game 1 victory. So, Uncapped tag team title match. Game 1 is in the books. With your final score, Dysfunctional Bowlers 208-193. The welterweights, Lori Galan makes the spare. And he'll get a freebie shot. He gets a test shot now. Gets to explore the waters if he needs to. Although right now, 176 is not a bad score for the welterweights, especially if we're going on the course of what the cruiserweights did yesterday on this pair. He may have moved in. That's a ball change. I think that's a ball change for Mr. Galan there. So either way, that is the final for game 1 for the welterweights. The challenger from BOA, Lori Galan, 174. Julio Hernandez, 159. The challenger leads 1-0. All right, so quick recap of game number 1 in the Uncapped tag team title match. It's the undefeated champions, Dysfunctional Bowlers, 208-193 in game 1. And on the welterweight title match, it's the challenger, Lori Galan from BOA, 174-159. And 1-0 leads for Dysfunctional Bowlers and Lori Galan. So they're early going in the Uncapped tag team match. Both teams start off with a strike. Both Frei-Funk from Dysfunctional and Joe Monger from Samurai. Joe 6 spare. Frei-Funk, I think, is waiting for a pin spot here. He gets a 9 count. We are going to have a pin spot. All right, looks like the 4 pin. So So Frei-Funk going to have 4 pin shortly. In the welterweights, Julio Hernandez opened the title match with a missed 10 pin. Galan started off with a strike, and he's got a 2 pin here in the second frame. So both Galan and Frei-Funk both make their respective spares. Galan with an 11-pin advantage for the welterweights. And in the Uncapped tag team title match, both teams with matching strike spares in the first 2 frames. There is Frei-Funk on lane number 2. Crushes the rack. 10 back. About as good as you can throw a ball. In the conditions here. Here is Julio Hernandez. And that one never got up the hill. That one never made it off the friction early enough. 1-2-8. Here is Joe Monger. Oh, he gets the 5 to go. And he matches Matt Frei-Funk. And here we go. 3 frames in. Team Monger keeping the dad in. Just noticed the nickname Average Joe. I don't know. I don't know if that could be a secret weapon or I don't know if that's a secret name or I don't know, but Average Joe, I don't know. He might break that shell today if they come out with the win here. Here is Average Joe. He's a lane mixer, gets a double. That's the first double in game 2 for either team. So Joe, after that subpar game 1, didn't have many great shots. He's definitely making it up for it right here in game 2. He has got a pretty good start here. Strike, spare, and a double. So 3 of the first 4. Matt Frei-Funk, he responds. So here we go on the seesaw now, back and forth. Matt Frei-Funk and Joe Monger going back and forth now. Here's Julio Hernandez. He made the spare. The second frame comes back up on lane 4 and he goes 2-8-10. That is 2 open frames in the first 3 frames for the champion. And that is not a good start for the champion from Hounds of War. And there's Matt Frei-Funk. Dysfunctional bowlers. He matched Joe Monger's double, raised him a turkey, and now comes in Chris Monger for the first 10 for Southampton Samurai. There is Rudy Feliciano, proud representative, member of Hounds of War. And Chris Monger, he gets a little trip 4 action to match Matt Frei-Funk. We got ourselves a seesaw battle here on 1 and 2. Corey Galan crossed over in the 3rd frame here, left himself a 5-8. Here is Galan. Oh, he chops the 5 off the 8. Pretty good strike ball, except not for that kind of shot, not that spare shot. So, gives really room for Julio to come back. The lead is now at 12 pins for the challenger. As Gordon had mentioned earlier, it's going to be definitely a battle of trying to stay clean. Maybe find a double. It's going to be a scrappy battle here. Oh, and that's going to be a huge break there for the challenger. Trips a 6-pin. That is a huge break for the challenger. Yeah, this pair, 3 and 4, not the easiest pairs here at Bolorama. But yeah, if it's gonna be anything like yesterday, it's gonna be you can stay clean, find a double, and take a game. And right now, the challenger has got a huge break, tripping at 6. On the Uncapped tag team title match, well, you haven't missed anything new. They keep striking. When we left off, both teams had strike spare double. That's now gone to 4 backers. And now Dave Nagelhout is now in for Dysfunctional Bowlers. So this is their first tag. They have 1 tag in. There is the former heavyweight champion. He is back as well. And the seesaw continues. It's now time for the Samurai to respond. Here we go. And Joe Monger is going back in for Samurai. This is their second tag. Got to think with Chris being the stronger bowler, how trying to get him in and then try to get Chris in to ride the rest of this game. There's Joe here. 7th frame. 10 back for the challengers. Going back and forth. Both teams with a 5-bagger now. Julio Hernandez up on lane 4. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Great shot. Finally, he gets one that'll hold. Great shot. Leaves a solid 7. 6 count spare in the 4th and just can't catch a break there in the 5th. And Samurai have decided to put Chris in. So this is the 3rd tag for Samurai. I got to think at this point they're gonna ride Chris here all the way up to the fill shot attempt. Chris here, 10 back again. Here we go. The seesaw going back the other way. Dysfunctional bowler to respond. Matt Frei-Funk now in for tag number 2. Both teams at the moment can go out for 280. Here is Frei-Funk to respond. He gets that one wide and does not come back. And there is the blemish on the scorecard. 2, 4, 8, 10. And they're going to make a tag here. Going with the lefty the left issue of this. Makes this team pretty strong. They have a righty-lefty combo here, so makes it easy for when Matt leaves 10 pins, Dave can shoot at him, and vice versa. Dave leaves a 7 pin, Matt can shoot the 7 pin. Makes it a pretty good combo there. Oh, he gets 3 out of 4. He does not cover the 8. And that is an open frame. That is the break that the Samurai needed. Over on the welterweight side, Laurier Galan. He's put together now 3 in a row. He's got himself a turkey in the 6th frame. He may have found something now. He's got a line now. And he's got himself a pretty good lead here. Here is the champion. He's got to find something at this point. The champion's still looking for his first strike of game 2. He will not get it. Leaves 2-8. is Dave Nagelhout. Starting the 9th frame for Dysfunctional bowlers. They have 3 tags in. And yeah, I mean, he plowed the last shot, 10 back on that lane. He does it again. Another great execute shot there. Right now, they need some help from Samurai if they want to see a 2-0 lead here. Julio Hernandez won the 2-8. He does make the spare. So Julio trying to make spares, but he needs to find a double somewhere. Here is Chris Monger. He goes light, and he almost left the 10 there. He leaves the 2-8. Very fortunate. Almost a disaster there. That would have been the exact break Dysfunctional bowlers was looking for. Here's Hernandez. And, yeah, that one's not coming back from the boards. Julio maybe frying out early here. Chris Monger does cover the 2-8. So 10th frame, and Joe Monger is coming in for the whole 10th frame. Right now, the max scores: Dysfunctional bowlers 244, Southampton Samurai 258. Needs a mark here. Back it up. He leaves the 210. No, the 2 goes out. A huge break for Samurai. He's got to make the spare to clinch game 2. What a break for Samurai. That could have been disastrous. Joe to make the 10 pin. He will cover. So 8 on the fill, and Samurai will tie this matchup at 1 game apiece. Eight or better.
UBA bowlers, the pro shop will be coming around.
Oh, a little trash talking in the comments here. Nice. Rudy. And there's Kenny from BOA. Whee! That's all right. That's about right for UBA. After that brief break there, after the person on the microphone wanted to talk over everything else, Ryan Galan, 9 count, Joe Monger here. So said 8 or better for the game 2 victory. 10 back. And Samurai will survive game 2. They will sit in the clubhouse with the win, 247. In a strike fest in the middle part of that game.
Bowlers, our kids are coming around again, selling candy bars for our youth program.
Shit.
Candy bars are $1. If you'd like to participate, donate. The kids would love it. They're coming around.
Yeah.
Starting at the early end of the house.
Hold on. Was a concerned teammate of Galan's. Ian Green in attendance here. Saw the ball come off of Galan's hand. Thought he missed a spare. There is a little bit of friction, so there is a little bit of friction. Here is Galan here in the 8th frame. He goes a little high, leaves a 6 pin. So Galan with a comfort comfortable, yeah, very comfortable lead here. He's up a lot, 55 after the open frame into 7th by Julio Hernandez. And while Mr. Galan shoots spare, then we have a final in the Uncapped Tag Team title match for game number 2. It's Southampton Samurai 247, Dysfunctional Bowlers 244. We are all tied at 1 game apiece. Samurai outlasting Dysfunctional Bowlers in the battle of the string of strikes in game 2 there. Well, it's more like an open frame instead of a spare there, pretty much. Which saved the game pretty much for the Samurai. Julio Hernandez comes back and gets his first strike of game 2. While he is down, well, he was down 55. Actually, now it's 44. He still has an opportunity to win this game. It's a very small opportunity. Mr. Galan would have to go open, and Julio would need to go out the door here. He needs a few to put together here, and he will miss the head pin again. 1-2-8 lead again for the champion, and this is pretty much going to be it for game 2 here. Which Julio needs to find something, needs to get lined up here. So the Uncapped Tag Team title match, game 3 is underway. Nagelhout and Chris Monger start game 3 off with strikes. And here's Julio on the spare opportunity, and he misses them all. So that's it for game number 2. Julio needs to find something fast. Let's see any part of winning a game here today. So right now his look is not good.
We got it.
Number 3.
Galan. Oh, that's gone yet. Anyway. Oh, that was just that was Dave Nagelhout littering the rack and somehow the 7-10 stands. Here Dave gets 1 pin, so another open frame for Dysfunctional Bowlers.
It's the bowling ball.
And Lori Galan.
Yeah, there you
I was
go.
getting some dead wood cleaned out, so let's say halt up on the welterweight side of this title match. Lori Galan, 154-88. He has to gain 2 victory here. So now it's pretty much just keep repeating shots here at this point for the challenger. I mean, he won with 170. He's going to win. I mean, he's going to win with at least 170 here. So 3 and 4 here. Bolorama looking to be quite tough, quite the challenging pair for the title match holders. And Lori Galan leaves the 4 pin. Here's Chris Monger up here on lane 1 for Southampton Samurai, and he's got himself the first 2 now. And the challenger makes the forfeit, no problems there. So here's Chris Monger for Samurai. And he's looking to keep going here. He's got the point 3 now for Samurai. Looking to put the pressure on the undefeated champions. We mentioned before the undefeated duo of Dave Nagelhout and Matt Frei-Funk. And before that, Raul Renteria. They have not lost a match since the Uncapped division started, pretty much. They ran the table to become the first champions. There has been no other champion so far. Here is Dave Nagelhout here in the 3rd frame. 7-pin is going to stand. So some really struggles here for the former heavyweight champion. As he started off with strikes, 7-10 split, and a 7-pin. For Leroy Galan on the welterweight title match. He opens in the 10th frame, but he does shoot 180, and 180 is good enough for a win here in game number 2. So the challenger from BOA will have himself a 2-0 victory, or 2-0 lead so far. Oh. Yeah, take it off. Oh, we took care of that little mishap there. The cruise for the welterweights. So Julio Hernandez finishes his 10th frame.
That's 144.
Yes, 144 for Julio Hernandez. May not show up on the score, but there is your final. With Galan winning 180 to 144. The challenger now leads 2 games to 0. All right. Oops. All right. So we are underway now. For the welterweights with the Monger, we got ourselves the Uncapped tag team title match, game 3. There's Frei-Funk. That is the second strike for Dysfunctional bowlers through 6 frames. This has not been a good start for the defending champions. They have gone strike, 7-10, 7-pin from Dave Nagelhout. 4th frame, 9 spare, 5th frame split. That was an open frame, and you saw the strike there in the 6th. For Southampton Samurai, well, it's been a common thing until Joe just missed the head from the left side. Southampton Samurai with the front 5, and now they go 7. Hey, Matt. Hey, Matt.
Am I,
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
am I out from
Yeah,
here?
you're definitely good. Yeah. We tried. Oh, well. We tried. So Joe Monger on the 1-2-4. He does cover the spare, so. So Southampton Samurai, after 6 frames, they have a commanding lead. They lead by 63. Yeah, only 63 so far. 63 after the 6th frame. Not over yet. We've seen a lot of funny things here in WCS action. And Chris, watch out. Put the 9-pin up there, and it's a little bit of daylight for Dysfunctional. It's pretty much for Southampton. Everyone's just got to fill frames and move on to the next game. Can't have any opens here. Can't let the champs get back in because they will take advantage. There's one thing about Dysfunctional bowlers that they're good at. It's they take advantage of opponents' mistakes or miscues. They are very good at that. So for Southampton Samurai, they've got to keep going if they want to see the game 3 victory. So the welterweights have started game 3, and for Julio Hernandez, it kind of looks like the same start he had last game. He flagged the 10-pin in the first frame. He has a 7 count here in the second. Here's Dave Nagelhout for Dysfunctional bowlers in the 7th. Pretty much have got to go off the door to have any chance here in game 3. 7-pin, head pin comes across. The 7-pin wiggles, and it does not cooperate. Here's Julio Hernandez, and he gets his first spare game 2. So he's got himself open spare to start game number 3. Dave Nagelhout on lane 1, shooting the 7-pin. Looks pretty good. Sounds pretty good too. Gives himself a spare, but they're gonna need the rest. They're gonna need to go out the door here. The rest Dysfunctional bowlers can do 204. Southampton Samurai, a lot. Their max score 266. I think we do have, and I think we have Gordon back. Gordon's back. We're going to bring Gordon back in here.
Hello.
Oh, there's Gordon.
I'm here for.
Hello
I'm here
again.
for
You're here for what now?
I'm here for a little bit.
All right. All right. Well, we'll be here for a bit now. So we lost. I guess we lost you in the middle of game 2. You missed the shootout between the two tag teams.
I see.
Yeah. So yeah, 47-44. Southampton Samurai with the victory, and looks like Southampton Samurai continued their striking ways. They had the front 5 this game, followed up with 2 spares, and for dysfunctional bowlers, well, it's looking dysfunctional right now a little bit as far as the scorecard goes. They have 2 strikes through 8 frames.
Traditionally, in a heavyweight uncapped tag team match, 2 strikes and 8 frames does not get it done.
Yeah, definitely not. No, and it's rare. It's rare when we that happens. So, but in this case, it's looking like it's going to be Southampton Samurai here in game 3. Yeah, and that strike should pretty much do it. As long as there isn't an earthquake and there isn't a flood, and as long as Joe doesn't throw 2 balls at the same time, I'm running out of excuses at this point. They just need a few pins here in 2 frames.
Well, let's make sure that they tag correctly and properly, because that would be a thing to legitimately worry about.
And that too. I was getting to that as well. Here's Joe here in the 9th frame. Well, they have, as you mentioned, they have the score locked in. They just need the tags, and I believe they need to make 1 more tag. Chris Monger started game 3. So he needs to finish game 3. They just need to make 1 more tag. For the welterweights, Julio Hernandez, he makes the 2-8 for his 2nd spare of game 3. Here's Matt Frei-Funk. He goes watch out. I think that was a test shot at this point for him.
Stupid.
By the way, has there been a Raul Renteria sighting?
No, there is not a Raul Renteria sighting. He is not in the building today.
Perhaps for some of their bowlers' sakes, there needs to be.
Yeah, I mean this is very it's unusual. Unusual for Mr. Renteria to not be in the building with Matt and Dave. I don't know, maybe, oh. Hold on. This might be Raul right here. I think that might be him. Oh, there he is. All right, that's close enough, right? He's here. There's Raul. He's here. He's here watching. There he is.
I see. Or I don't see, but I will see.
You don't see, but you see. Good enough. So 10th frame, as we mentioned, score doesn't matter here as long as both teams get the correct number of tags in. Dave Nagelhout started game 3. He's going to finish here game 3. Looks like Chris Monger's ready to go up here in 10. He's waiting for Dave to finish here. So welterweights here, Galan. So far, as mentioned, the dreaded pair of 3 and 4. He has 174, 180 so far, and he has won both those games. Here in game 3, he is queen through 4. He's got 3 spares and a strike, and I'd say that's par for the course here. Here is Galan in frame number 5. Leads by 11. And They might have missed a little bit there.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah. Or inside.
Just a bit inside.
It's inside. He might have missed a country to the left. Or to the right, I'm sorry. Lefties.
Whatever it was far.
it was far off target. And there, okay, so there is Chris Monger. So they do make the final tag. So as long as Joe doesn't throw a ball this game, the rest of this game, Southampton Samurai will have a 2-1 advantage. And Galan, he's just flagged the whole 1-2-4-7 there. So it's a rare 6 miss by the challenger. We haven't seen that all day yet. We haven't seen first time we've seen that from the challenger all day. Uncharacteristic mistake there by the challenger. Opens the door for the champion. Here is the champion. Trails by 3 after the open frame. Looking for a strike there to take the lead. He goes high and leaves the 6'10". Leaves himself something makeable.
That would be awesome. Thank you.
And while he is getting ready to spare, we have a final here in Game 3 of the Uncapped Tag Team title match. It's Southampton Samurai once again. 266 Dysfunctional Bowlers, a lot less. I didn't get the score.
I think they wanted to get rid of it as quickly as humanly possible.
Oh, that's fine, except I need the score for Dysfunctional Bowlers. And so much for quickly and humanly possible, as they're going to be delayed anyway by the guy clearing the deadwood. See if I can get a score here. Hey, what did they have? Game 3, since I didn't. Okay. That's probably why they wanted to erase it real quickly. I'll see that now. All right, so 266. Yeah, I shouldn't say that score on here. That's definitely uncharacteristic for the social bowlers. Yeah, 158.
A lot to a little.
Yeah, 158 is usually a number you don't hear.
Well, no, that was the winning score yesterday.
Well, I mean, this is 1 and 2. Oh wait, no, you're right. It was on this pair. You're right.
No.
Hey. Actually, it was 156. But hey, I mean,
Even worse.
Even worse. But as you mentioned, in a heavyweight kind of division, yeah, that's 158 is not going to win a lot of games. So, yeah, they're going to need to do a lot better than 158. And that Frei-Funk lead pushing the Dysfunctional Bowlers in that direction of doing better. And there is Julio Hernandez, who left himself to wash a very unfortunate break. Head lines around the 10. And it's going back and forth here. The welterweights trading open frames here. Joe Monger matches Matt Frei-Funk in the first frame. Game number 4.
And therefore putting together a non-partisan
Galan. This is the head pin. On the first shot, 1-3-6-9. He does not cover the 6. So both bowlers on the welterweight side with open frames in the 6th frame. There's met Frei-Funk in the second frame. He leaves the 310. On the welterweight title match, we said about footballers with open frames in 6. It is now 92 to 89 in favor of the champion. The champion is down 2-0 so far in this title, first title defense. Lorraine Galan, pretty good shot there, ring at 7. Matt Frei-Funk here on the 310 sends the 3 around the 10, and another early open frame by the champions.
Champion is in deep, deep trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean they're this is not the champions we're used to seeing. They started off 208, and they improved to 244. But unfortunately, they lost with the 244, and they have not recovered off the 244 since then. It's not been good here. This one, well, there's a better executed shot there for Frei-Funk. Comes off the open frame, returns a strike here for Dysfunctional bowlers. For Julio Hernandez here on lane 3. Currently leads by 3 kills. Let's put some sort of pressure on the challenger. 7th frame. I think a shot there. Puts it right to Lori Galan right there. Pretty good executed shot there. Holds the 3-pin lead. And, oof. I mean, oof. I felt that one from back here by Joe. Oof. Pretty good shot by Joe Monger. He leaves a solid 8.
Saturday night, Saturday and Sunday.
So Julio with a pretty, should be very makeable here. Very makeable spare opportunity here. On the 8-pin, this is wide. Oh, okay. Sounds full. He didn't like it at first, but Bell came back, no problems. Over the 8-pin.
All the pins go down. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, there you go. Pretty much, yeah. Julio Hernandez here. 8th frame. Look for a double. Light mixer. He's got himself a key double. And he has not seen a lot of those today. But that is a great time to get one. As he now leads by 13. Here is Joe Monger here in the 4th frame. He's going to keep going here. 10-pin. So Chris keeping that in here in the 4th frame. Here's after this game 1 shaky shots, he's Joe's turned out to he's doing a lot better since game 1 pretty much. And yeah, I tried holding off on saying that until after that. I couldn't hold on any longer, and then he flags 10. So,
yeah, a little premature celebration there, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I always try to hold off there. Yeah. Yeah, I gave Joe too much credit. But I mean, he's done a lot better since game 1, pretty much. I mean, games 2 and 3 come up big. Game 4, I mean, it's not a terrible start, but you don't want to see a 9 missing the scorecard. Dave Nagelhout. Wow, I'm kind of surprised that ball didn't get up. Dave Nagelhout is struggling a little bit here. It's something you don't normally say. I mean, you don't put struggling and Nagelhout in the same sentence a lot. There's Lori Galan. Came off the chop spare. Chop 3-5-6 in the 8th, and now he's got himself the 4-7 in the 9th. Lori Galan in danger of losing game 3. There's
Even though it's possible to come back from being down 3-0, it's usually not good.
Yeah, I absolutely. Well, I mean, the good thing is Lori Galan's up 2-0 here, so He does cover the spare. Now it's now for the champion here. You got to put one here. The best Laurie Galan can do is 165. A strike will pretty much seal game 3 for the champion and get him on the board. Here's Dave Nagelhout, lane 2, and the struggles continue. When we first started the title match here, it looked almost locked in. Looked like he couldn't miss. Now the look is gone. And he's going to find something fast and narrow down 2-1. Here's Julio Hernandez, 9th frame. That's pretty good. That's pretty good considering that ball leaked out wide, and a lot of shots here ball this weekend. Any shots I've seen leak out wide, they struggled to come back, and that one came back for Julio Hernandez. So that was a huge turkey for the champion.
So what does he need in the 10th? Or is this one pretty much open for game 3?
He needs a few pins. He needs like 5 pins about. Yeah, he does need 5. Yeah, 5 or better.
Don't 3-2.
Don't 3-3-2 or don't put it in the gutter, which he has done before.
Well,
Yeah.
Don't do it now.
Yeah. Well, this one's not going in the gutter. And he's got 7. That's good. 7's a win. 7's a winner. So the champion gets on the board in game 3. He puts a turkey together, 79th frame, and it would be the difference maker. Actually, that's the only string of strikes this game by both bowlers. Actually, right now, on the welterweight side, they have 5 strikes combined this game. And Julio's got 4. So, it's a pretty good sign that he's going to win game 3. So, and Julio covers the somewhat kind of can be difficult 1-2-7. So next spare, he'll get the full shot. He's in the 180s, as we mentioned before. Laurie Galan, best he can do, 165. Here's Julio Hernandez to finish the 10th frame. And game number 3 goes high, leaves a 3-6. 8 count. As I mentioned before, he's going to sit in the clubhouse with game 3 victory and score 187. And that's so far the highest game of the day on 3 and 4.
I don't remember you getting bonus marks for a degree of difficulty, John.
No. No, definitely not. No, not in this game. Not in this game. Not today. They go down. If they don't, oh well. That's it. And Laurie Galan's, I gotta say, for the challenger here, he's throwing some good shots here. And some of the sub pitches haven't gone down. The problem is when he's not making a lot. Like, let's see. His opens have been big opens, like 6 missing a spare, 7-2 on a spare. So it's a lot of lost count when he does open. He's pretty good on the 7 pins there. So, oh boy, hold on. I guess it's all.
Wow.
I guess you got to win now. Good luck. Hold on, I do have Ian Green here. You know, let's see if this is true. Hold on. So Ian, I hear if he doesn't win, he can't go back over the bridge. He's not allowed back over the bridge, so he's got to win now.
He's driving, so that's up to him.
Oh, he's driving. Okay. Oh, okay. No, that might be a tough sell there, Chris. Well, that's the end of game number 3 on the welterweights. We'll get that in a minute. Joe Monger here. facing the tough 410. He misses both pins. So the welterweights game 3 is finally over. 187-151. The champion gets on the board. It's now a 2-1 match. And on the Uncapped tag team title match side, we saw game 2 and 3 where Samurai found the line and Dave and Matt Frei-Funk of Dysfunctional struggling. Well, it's now looking to turn the other way. It's now Joe and Chris Monger that are struggling to hold the line. And Dysfunctional Ballers has a double here in the 7th frame. Chris Monger providing the second of back-to-back opens for the Samurai. They have 132 in the 8th. And that gives Dysfunctional a pretty big lead. Well, let's say pretty big lead, but if they strike here in the 8th, we'll give them a good-sized lead. And there he is. He's lined back up again. There's Dave Nagelhout. And game 4 is now underway for the welterweights. All right, Galan comes out with a strike. The champion, Julio Hernandez, comes out with 9 spare. A much better start this time for the champion. As he has started at least 2 or 3 games with an open. There's Dave Nagelhout in the 9. Brings a 7 pin. And yeah, very smart tag here. Righty shoots a 7 pin. Pretty good strategy here. And the right Galan, he comes out with the first 2 now. Right Galan. According to Chris, wants to make it back over the bridge. So Matt Frei-Funk with the 9 spare, filling up the 9 spare in the 9th frame. They have a pretty good lead here. Back scores: Southampton Samurai 192, Dysfunctional Bowlers 214. Chris Monger goes 10 back. Now they go out the door. They go 192. That will force Dysfunctional Bowlers to mark in the 10th. 9 miss will be a tie if Southampton Samurai do strike out. And Joe Monger is going to go in for the 10th frame here. The whole 10th frame. That's their 4th tag. Frei-Funk, I believe they have 4 tags now, so first ball in 10th here for Joe Monger. A little high, leaves the board 7. And that's pretty much going to do it for the Samurai here in game number 4. We're going to have a 2-2 match. that to finish up on the welterweight side. Here's Julio Hernandez. He started off with spare strike, now the 7-pin, and he flags the 7-pin. Another error by the champion, and it gives the challenger, another window, another opportunity to have a lead and possibly increase it as well. He's got the first 3 now. Somebody must have told Ray about him not going over the bridge if he doesn't win. I guess I don't. Somebody put that in his ear, but yeah, I think he wants to go back home too. So kind of reminds me of that one Simpsons episode. Where it tells apart. It's like, son, if you lose, you're off. Remember what Vincent Barty said? Lose, you're off the team. You're off the man. Something like that. Lose, you're out of the man.
Something like that.
I guess that would be the same for Ray Galan. Lose, don't come over the bridge. So
If you're gonna go over the bridge, make sure you don't drop the balls on the side.
Oh my goodness. So Frei-Funk first hit in 10. Samurai do finish with 172. Dysfunctional bowlers have the win without ball in the 10th frame. They do have correct tags in. Frei-Funk to finish the whole 10th frame to make it official. And we are going to be at 2 games apiece in this uncapped tag team title match. So Frei-Funk throwing a few shots, seeing what ball is doing.
All right, John, I need to jet again for a little bit. I may be back. If I am, I will be back. If not, I will not be back.
All right, then. We thank you for your time again, Gordon, as always. We go have fun. That's all right. Always a good time. Always a good time, sir.
Absolutely. All right, hopefully the next time we do this, we'll be in the same room. And hopefully when I say that, it's not the room.
Very true, yes, absolutely. So there's your final 4, game number 4. Dysfunctional bowlers 203, Southampton Samurai 172. This match is all tied up at 2 games apiece. So now we're down to a best of 3 for the uncapped tag team titles. And the undefeated streak is still on the line for Dysfunctional bowlers. And on the welterweight side, here's Julio Hernandez. Spare shot, 1, 2, 4, 8, and he chops the 4. And this is not good again. There is Chris Monger. Starts things off here in game number 5. Chris Monger really stepping up here in this match so far. Got to give credit to Dad as well. Dad has been pulling up. He's definitely been pulling his way. I mean, he's been stepping up in some crucial points here. Just games 2 and 3, keeping the string of strikes going in game 2. Making some good shots there in game 3 to give them 2 wins so far. Dave Nagelhout here. He starts things off with a strike here for game 5. Both Dave and Matt kind of been about the same. They've both been pulling their own weight here. Pretty close. Game 1, they had a 208 win. 208, 193. They won the last game without any pressure in the 10th frame. So far, I don't think they've had any pressure in the 10th frame yet in this match. So, if anything, they've had the game won prior to the 10th frame so far. So, be interesting if we see a game go down to the 10th frame. And there is Dave Nagelhout. He starts off with the first two. There's Raul Renteria. There's Raul Renteria. They got a little secret to holding the belts, huh? Don't want to give that secret out to too many people. So Lorraine Galan.
Nice shot, Dave.
As we mentioned before, he starts front three. He goes 9-3 in the fourth. He flags the 7-pin in the fifth. He comes back with strike in the sixth. And Julio Hernandez, he's got to go now. He's got to put a few together here. This is wide. Wide, he misses the head pin. Washout, 1-2 for 10. This Monger only in one. That's a pretty good ring in 10 there. Converts the spare. Julio Hernandez up here on this washout, and that is back-to-back opens. Not a good start here. Not a good first half, and the opens continue to pile on here. Every opening digging a deeper hole for Julio Hernandez to try and climb out of. Absolutely no pressure being applied here in any of these games that Loria has won to. So, and this could be another game that Loria is going to win. Julio needing something here. 7th frame. Touch high. Can't catch a break. 4-9. And unless he makes this is going to be 3 open frames in a row for the champion. Here is Dave Nagelhout here looking for the first 3. 7-pin is not going to cooperate. Julio Hernandez on the 4-9. He gets the 4-pin straight back. And he's got 94 in the 7th. And he is on the verge of staring down the 3-1 deficit. Dave Nagelhout in game 5, 3rd frame, converts to 7-pin. So both Chris and Dave have 2 strikes and 9 spare to start game 3. Dave with double, 9 spare. Chris Monger with strike, 9 spare strike. So a pretty even match so far here in game 5. There's Lorraine Galan here on lane 3 up in the 7th frame. He trips the 6 out for a double. And 7 frames in, and it's almost safe to say that this is almost game over here. The best Lorraine Galan can do, 257. Julio Hernandez, 184. It's turning into a lopsided game 3. Dave Nagelhout, however, on the tag team side, snaps a 7 out for his 3rd strike. Start this game 5 for Dysfunctional Bowlers. Lorraine Galan here looking for turkey.
41 and 42. Dead was 41 and 42.
Leaves 4-6-10. No real harm as of yet. Here's Chris Monger. Chris, I think a little surprised on that shot, and he let the 4-pin in, and they just reset it. Okay. So we're gonna have a little bit of another break here. They're gonna respot the 4-pin. So I guess if he leads working on lane 1, you're gonna be waiting a bit for the respot. Galan gets 2 on the split, so he has 162 in the 8th. It's not quite done here in game 3 yet. However, Julio Hernandez would have to string the last 5 to put any pressure on the challenger. Here is Julio Hernandez, 8th frame. Ball doesn't get up, he leaves it 2-8. Oh, Jesus.
Got it, sir.
Hernandez covers 2A. I'm kind of distracted by the pin chasing back, trying to spot the 4-pin. Got knocked it over. Anyway, we got the 4-pin, and Chris does shoot the 4-pin, makes it. After the little delay there. So 4 frames through, and it is Dysfunctional Bowlers who lead by 9. So we're in the 5th frame. Joe Monger making his Game 5 debut for the Samurai in the 5th frame. Here's Julio Hernandez. And it's going to be the 210. The head pin does not get either pin, and that is almost official. If he does not make this, then it's officially over here in game 4. And that's it. So, with that open frame, game 4 mathematically in the books. The Galan sitting on the bench is going to win game 4. He is going to be up 3 games to 1. And Joe Monger for Southampton Samurai covers the 4-7.
Deadwood 26, Deadwood 26.
So 5 marks through 5 frames for Southampton Samurai. No doubles yet. Dave Nagelhout staying in so far. He started game 5. And Frei-Funk has not thrown a shot yet. Looks like he will not see action until at least the 6th frame. Yeah, roll. Yeah, I was just thinking that too. Yeah, 4-pin. Keeps getting stripped away. Just the 4-pin. So stop leaving the 4-pin. Here's Dave Nagelhout here. 5th frame, he leaves another 7-pin. So it's back-to-back 7-pins now for Dave Nagelhout on lane 1. Here comes tag number 1. Frei-Funk shooting Dave Nagelhout 7-pin. He does convert, so another 9 spare on the board for Dysfunctional Bowlers. They continue to have the lead as they lead by 11 now, entering the second half of Game 5. This matchup, 2 games of pace between the 2 teams. And Galan, forgot he had 10th frame. Has a Bill shot. He's taking another victory lap here. That Frei-Funk in 6. He leaves in week 10. Straight into the 6-pin straight into the gutter. And they're executing that beautiful tag team strategy. Matt leaving the 10-pin. Dave goes to shoot the 7-pin. Here's Dave Nagelhout on the Matthew Frei-Funk 10-pin, and no problems there. So on the welterweight side, as we mentioned before, Game 4 already in the books. Galan, sitting on the bench, heading into the 9th frame, had Game 4 victory. He finishes Game 4 with 199. Julio Hernandez to take his shots in the 10th frame, and for Julio Hernandez, down 3-1. He's going to need to win out to retain the title. Here is Joe Monger. Here, lane 1. Never got that ball out. Had no chance of striking on the right side there. Leaves the 6-10. So both teams failing to put any strikes on the board here in the last couple of frames. They are making some spares. They're keeping it within a 1-mark game. Is Joe. Joe makes the spare. So Joe keeps Samurai clean through 6. Right now, Samurai now trail by 12 as they keep losing count slowly off the spares. So Julio Hernandez, again, he strikes out again. Game's out of hand. He finishes 151. He did that last time. 2 games ago on that lane. He struck out in the 10th frame on lane 3. Game out of hand, and he does it again. Can he just keep repeat shots? He's got to repeat shots outside the 10th frame here. So, but game 4 is in the books for the welterweights. Chris Monger, 10-pin. So game 4 in the books. Galan, the challenger, now leads this match 3 games to 1 with a 199-151 victory. Galan to start game 5. And what a great start. That's a pretty good shot. Start game 5, 10 back. Galan looking at eye close in on the welterweight title. Nagelhout, mixer.
Pin on the deck 24, pin on the deck 24.
I guess the mixer to go.
Deadwood 39, Deadwood 39.
So Julio Hernandez. He starts off with a 6 spare. He makes the puck. So for Julio so far, it has been a slow start here in every game so far in this match. So Julio, if he wants to keep this match going, he needs to put a few strikes together and put the early pressure on Galan to make a mistake here. Otherwise, Lorraine's he's going to cruise to a Game 5 victory at this rate. Here is Julio Hernandez. He goes 10 back. Much needed strike there, just what we talked about. He needed some sort of momentum to get going here. At least something to say, hey, I'm still here, look. I'm still here. We still got a match. And the team Monger looking to do the same here. Joe Monger struck in the 8th and did not do so in the 9th, leaves the 6-10. So right now, between the Samurai and Dysfunctional Bowlers, Southampton Samurai, their max score 205. Dysfunctional Bowlers 248. Southampton Samurai staying clean. However, Dysfunctional Bowlers putting together a pair of doubles through the first 8 frames, and that is the advantage for Dysfunctional Bowlers. Here's Joe on the 6-10. Watch out, he chops it, and that's going to give a lot of breathing room for Dysfunctional Bowlers. Here's the right Galan. There's the pressure we just talked about. Really need to put some sort of pressure on Larry Galan, and wow, that's one way to get to. He's very picky on getting his wood, I guess. 3, 6, 7, 9, and he picks out the 6, 7. At least 3, 9. And Frei-Funk, if you guys can see that, oof. A hard solid 8 there. Oh my goodness. So spare and a few pins in the 10th frame. Dysfunctional Bowlers will have the 3-2 lead going into Game 6. Great Galan. He recovers off the open frame beautifully. 10 back off the open frame. Matthew Frei-Funk covers the 8 pin in the 9th. As mentioned, a few pins. Here's first ball 10. Let's see. 4 to be exact. 4 or better. So someone keeps on the lane. Keeps on the lane behind the foul line. Dysfunctional Bowlers will retake the series lead at 3-2. And there is Julio. There is an early double. First time we've really seen Julio throw an early double in a game this match, and it is a good time to make it. Good time to make that happen. I mean, oof. There's a good double by the champion, Julio Hernandez. Yeah, some guys in the chat, saying he needs to wake up. Yeah. Well, let's see if he woke up here. 4th frame for the champion. There he is. I believe that's his 2nd turkey of the match. The first one came in Game 3 of the 9th frame. And he's got himself an early turkey here in Game number 5. And speaking of Game 5, Dave Nagelhout comes in, and the Dysfunctional Bowlers have all 4 tags, and they have the Game 5 victory. And the Ray Galan, again, with a shot, a little bit too far left. Ball never had a chance to creep back up. At least it's all 5-count washout. Dave Nagelhout strikes it out for the Dysfunctional bowlers. And they're going to have the Game 5 victory. They will sit in the clubhouse with the W 227 for DB. And Joe Monger is going to throw a few shots here in the 10th frame. Going to find something again. And leaves 4-9. Not a bad shot. I guess you could say it's a good time to leave that. This game's out of hand already. And Southampton Samurai is going to be down again. They were down 1-0, and they will be down again here at 3-2. Here's Chris Monger making the full tag. Does get the 9 pin. So your final here in Game 5 of the Uncapped Tag Team Title Match. Dysfunctional bowlers 227, Southampton Samurai 172. Dysfunctional bowlers now take a 3-2 lead. Julio Hernandez working looking for 4 in a row. He's got it. I think it's safe to say he finally has something now. He finally found something. He's got himself spare 4-bagger and a pretty big lead. He leads by 60 halfway through Game 5, and it is much needed by the champion to keep this match going. And Julio, he keeps going. That's now 5 in a row for the champion. There's Joe Monger taking care of the single pin. Galan with more troubles on lane 3. This is the 3rd shot in a row where the ball has either barely clipped the head pin or missed the head pin. He went 3, 6, 7, 9 the 2nd frame, 5 count washout on the 4th, now the 3, 6, 7 here in the 6th. And he gets 1 this time around. So 6 frames through, and we can almost say that this is pretty much a done deal here in Game 5. That was pretty quick 6 frames, and it's a lopsided, very lopsided here in Game 5 here for the welterweights. It's a much-needed Game 5 for the champion. So far through 4 games, the champion, the high game of 187, and he's only averaging 160 on the day. And of course, as we mentioned early in the broadcast, 3 and 4 here in Bolorama has been a tough pair. Even the cruiserweights yesterday, they combined to average 170. They had 1 200 game, 204 by Raul Renteria. So that pair is not easy. And for Julio to have 5 in a row is it's a pretty great feat to have right now. So, but that's only 1 game. He does need to win 4. So
UVA bowlers, last call for the wrap-up for the balls.
And also the mic is pretty loud here at Bolorama as well. It's very loud. You can hear the mic of Bolorama on 295. just across the other side of the bridge of the Delaware Memorial Bridge. And Frei-Funk, all right, he split the 4, 5.5, 2 straight back. He avoids a chop. So game 6 here, Dysfunctional Bowler start with strike spare for Matt Frei-Funk. And for Joe Monger, he has a pair of 9 spares to start for Samurai. Dysfunctional Bowlers lead 3 games to 2 right now. Here's Julio Hernandez. He got the 6th one in a row. This is him in the 8th frame, looking for 7 in a row. And he does not get there. He leaves at 210. I do believe that's enough for the win. Let's see. 194 is the best. Julio's at 194. Yeah, that's it. So 7.5 frames through, and this one's mathematically over. Julio with 194 right now. The best Laurie Galan can do is 186. So there will be a game 6 for the welterweights. Julio Hernandez on the 210. Ah, he makes it for good measure. Makes it for good measure. Why not? Practicing his 210s. Joe Monger still can't buy a strike here in game 6, and that is not a good time to do that. Not a good time to buy strikes here. In a match where you're down 3-2. And there's Laurie Galan. There's the adjustment for the left lane. Hopefully he can take that into game 6. Joe Monger covers his head and pin. All right, so Joe with 3-9 spares to start game 6. Matt Frei-Funk, Dysfunctional Bowler, to strike 7 spares strike. So he's got 3 frames into a Dutch 200 so far. Joe Monger staying in for 4th frame. And he throws a great shot. First strike for Joe Monger here in game 6. And importantly, they stay clean. Now for Dave Nagelhout, this is the time where they got to step up and they have to put a few together to stay ahead and put the pressure back on the Samurai. They're going to close out this match and continue the undefeated streak. Dave Nagelhout, 4th frame. Gets the 7 to go. Big double for Dysfunctional Bowlers. And they increase the lead. 12 pin advantage now for Dysfunctional Bowlers. Hernandez. As I mentioned before here in game 5, he's already got the win. By far his best game of the day by a country mile. I mean, his best game prior to this game was 187. He's got 187 beaten 7. So it's a huge turnaround for the champion. Now he's got to continue that. Got to continue that into game 6. Dave Nagelhout, the big turkey, showing why he's a former heavyweight champion. Getting late into the match here. Up 3-2, looking to close it out. Here comes Chris Monger. Chris has been pretty good for most of the day. Can he come through and keep Samurai in? He sure can. Head pin goes across for number 10. And he returns with the double. Chris Monger down 12. Now both teams on strings. Here's Chris Monger here in the 6. After you get back, he does not, and he leaves at 210. Not a good shot off his hand. It was wide. The ball never came back. And this is starting to be some trouble here for Samurai here in Game 6. Dysfunctional bowlers leading 3-2. There's Julio Hernandez, second ball at 10, and well, I mean, not only maybe he figures something out on 3 and 4. He's got a double on his head. He's going to be in the 250s. So Julio Hernandez, as we mentioned, he had the game won by the 7th frame. Pretty much the rest was victory laps here for Julio Hernandez. Julio finished off the 10th frame. Light mixer is by far his best game of the day, 256. It is only the second 200 game of the weekend on this pair. Let me repeat that. This is only the second 200 game on the weekend on this pair from title matches. So Julio definitely may have found something here in Game 5, and Galan up 3-1 is now. Well, he'll be up 3-2, but he's got to be a little concerned. And Julio may have found something. Still, it's a long ways to go for Julio Hernandez to completely come back. So, but right now, Julio, he's got a pretty good look. A stagger in the middle there. Struck out in the 10th again, by the way. Third time today he struck out. 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 games he struck out. So uncapped tag team, Matt Frei-Funk, 7 pin made spare. Here he is in the 7th frame. He gets another strike. Key shot there for the Dysfunctional bowlers as they are looking to finish off another successful title defense and continue to remain undefeated. Watch Joe Monger here. Joe Monger here, 7th frame. They got to find something. That's a crossover. It was definitely left the target. Pretty big break for Southampton Samurai. Here is Chris Monger. Welterweights are finished here in Game 5. It's the champion staying alive in Game 5, 256 to 155. So big shot there by Chris Monger, huge double. Keeps Samurai in this game and in the match too. Here's Julio Hernandez to start Game 6. He goes a little high, 3-6. I don't think he started a game with a strike yet, so. And here's Dave Nagelhout. Central bowlers looking for another double. 8th frame. Dave Nagelhout leaves the 7 pin. And this game got a lot closer now. This spare attempt coming up for Dave, very crucial. Dave on the 7th pin. He will convert, and that's big. Right now, max scores for both teams: Dysfunctional Bowlers 239, Southampton Samurai 234. So a strike here for Dysfunctional Bowlers, and they will not be shut out in the 10th. 5 pin. There's 5 pins separating the two teams right now. Dave Nagelhout, big shot here. Foundation frame, 9th frame, 10 back. Big strike for Dysfunctional Bowlers. Pressure back on Southampton Samurai. Chris Monger here, 9th frame. Joe Monger has to finish the game. We'll see how many shots Chris gets to take. 9th frame, he's got to have it. Like Mixer, he's got a turkey for Southampton Samurai. And the lead is now down to 5 for Dysfunctional Bowlers. Chris is going to throw at least the first ball here in the 10th. They do have 3 tags in. Chris Monger, that is wide. No chance at all. That had no chance of getting back. And for Southampton Samurai, they need a lot of help. Joe Monger has to come in to shoot the spare. Joe on the 1-2-8. He does cover. Okay. So any sort of decent fill here, and the Dysfunctional Bowlers have to fill a mark in the 10th frame to once again defend their uncapped tag team titles. Go to finish the 10th frame here for Southampton Samurai. He goes high, 8 count, so 209. That'd be enough. So for the Dysfunctional Bowlers, they need a mark to. They're definitely need more than a mark. They need a mark and a pin. So. Any mark for Dave to retain the titles. That is about the best mark you can get. 10 back for Dave Nagelhout. And barring any earthquakes or disasters, and as long as Matt Frei-Funk throws the last shot here, the Dysfunctional Bowlers once again will successfully defend the Uncapped Tag Team titles. A valiant effort today here by Southampton Samurai. And yeah, just near the end, I mean, just a few miscues here by the Samurai. They were up 2-1. Pair 170 games and now 209. And sometimes 170 2-0 will not get it done. And Dave Nagelhout had the strike to get the math part of it done. Matthew Frei-Funk will throw the last shot here to get all 4 tags in to complete the title defense. And there it is. Frei-Funk finishes off with a strike, and Dysfunctional bowlers again for the second straight set of matches goes 3 for 3 on title match weekend. Just Dave Nagelhout, Matthew Frei-Funk again defend the Uncapped Tag Team titles 4 games to 2 as they win Game 6 239-209. And the impressive streak of the undefeated tag team continues. There it is, 239-209. Another impressive late match performance by the combo of Dave Nagelhout, Matthew Frei-Funk. And again, for the 4th time, it's Dysfunctional Bowlers in a title match, in an Uncapped Tag Team title match with the win. We still have 1 title match going. We have the Welterweight still going here in Game 6, sitting the champion facing a 3-2 deficit. He's got a pair of strikes on lane 3, but he has a spare and an open on this right lane. So as of right now, the champion down 9, but he can take the lead back. Julio here looking for a double here. 5th grade. It's light, leads to 2-4-5.
Whereabouts in South Carolina? Okay. My family in Charleston.
So here's Julio on the 2-4-5 spirit attempt. Watch the elbow, overhooks. He chops the 5 off. And Galan jumps out of his seat immediately after the chopped spare. Galan putting with Lorraine Galan so far with a pretty decent performance so far. High game of 199. He's won 3 games, so 199, 180, 174. And Lorraine Galan now with a 6-8. And he's gonna trade opens here with the champion. Let's see if I can move this camera a little closer. And the right Galan. 6 frame, another split. 2-4. 6, 7, 10. He gets 3. And it's turning to be quite the grind fest here. Game number 6 for the welterweights. Those are just tuning in. This is game 6 of the welterweight title match. The Uncapped tag team title match has concluded, and the Dysfunctional Bowlers once again remain undefeated in the Uncapped tag team circuit. 4th consecutive title defense, winning 239-209 in game 6 against Southampton Samurai, Chris Monger, and Joe Monger. And Julio Hernandez here for 10 pin. Here's Julio, 1-10 pin. And he's going to flag it. All right, so we're going to go back and forth here. All right, so both bowlers have opened back-to-back frames, 5 and 6.
Last call for the first shot ball raffle. Giving away 3 balls right now at the time. If more tickets are sold, we could get up to 4 balls sold. Last call for the ball raffle. See Linda at the counter with double up pro shot to the container.
There you go. I don't know if you can hear that. It's pretty loud. So right now, 91-85 in favor of the challenger. After 6 frames, here is Julio. At least a 10 pin. And right now, if Julio makes a spare here, he's got a lead. I mean, he makes a 10 pin prior, he's got a lead. And now I can't understand why he didn't switch to a spare ball last time. I don't understand this. He didn't go to the spare ball last time, he goes to the spare ball this time. I don't understand the strategy. Maybe that's why. Well, I guess he flags it either way, and that is not good for the champion. So the window is open again for the challenger to take advantage. And yeah, Julio not happy. I wouldn't be happy either. On 3 opens in a row. Can Lori Galan put a mark on the board in this match? He sure can. Light mixer goes for the challenger. And now the challenger with a 17-pin advantage. No, I didn't stop the live, no. I'm still going.
Oh, the phone's over there.
Yeah, because it's the last match to play, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, Galan for a double here. Big double for Ray Galan. Ray Galan closing in on the welterweight title. He leads 3 games to 2. Big double. He increases the lead to 27 pins. Huge double. There's 2 great shots coming off an open. Here's the champion. He's got to respond. Got to have something. 10 pin again. And he's got to make one of these. Otherwise, this is going to be real quick. This is going to come to a real quick ending before the 10th frame. And Julio will make a 10 pin. He's 1 for 3 in the last 3 frames on the 10 pin. Julio Hernandez, if he wants to see any part of the match continuing, he needs to put some X's on the board here.
Yeah, whatever.
Hernandez, 9th frame foundation frame, 10 pin is going to stand again. It got moved over and it did not go down. It's the 4th straight 10 pin for the champion. And his short title reign is growing. Could come to a short end here. Champion on the 10 pin, up another whip, and that's gonna about do it. That's that might close the door on the title run. So for the right Galan, mark here, and any count in the 10th, and we'll have a new welterweight champion. Right Galan, 9th grade, working on double. 7 count, 3, 6, 7 again. He's not out of the woods yet. He does not have the title yet. He is at 142 right now. Sparrow would be big. Looks like he's going to get 2 here. All right, so he gets 2. Definitely a smart play there. So definitely a smart play. He gets 4. So any 7 pins in 2 shots, and we will have a new champion. This is for the win. 87. How about 10? Oh, 10, and we will have a new welterweight champion in the Northeast. One happy pair of teammates in the building right now. And BOA now holds their first title in the WCS circuit. BOA is now on the map. Ray Galan is going to be your new Northeast welterweight champion.
We're really close to wrapping up $4.
And there's a 7.
4 balls here for double up pro shop. Come up and buy the tickets over here for double up pro shop. Keep on buying the tickets. We're wrapping up 4 balls.
So a 247 is a victory lap here at this point for Larry Galan. And you gotta give Julio a lot of effort here in games 5 and 6. He put together a heck of a game 5. And he'll get 2. So 165. And that's gonna be a winner here in game 6. So we're gonna have a new welterweight champion here in the 165. There's a scrappy effort there, averaging 170. But on this tough pair, it's one tough pair all weekend. Larry Galan found a way to get it done here. Today at Bolorama. He's stuck in the moment right now. Julio is going to build up this title match here in the 10th frame. I mean, the amazing part with Julio, in 6 games, he struck out in the 10th, 3 out of the 6. So it's like it's kind of surprising that he had a line and he couldn't put it together in the middle of a game, really. So, but as I mentioned before, this is a tough Hero weekend. The cruiserweight struggled, and the welterweight struggled as well. And it was a grind out match yesterday and today on this pair. And yeah, as Julio goes to finish here, we'll wait for him to finish here. Except Phil out. And Julio 141. But the news is Galan is your new Northeast welterweight champion. And that little stat I wanted to bring up to you. So there were 22 games bowled on this pair this weekend in title matches. 2 out of 22 games over 200. So definitely, congratulations to Galan, Raul Renteria yesterday. This was not an easy pair today. So definitely a huge, it was definitely a well-deserved win for both competitors. So,
you're not.
Almost done, Matt. I guess I'll wrap things up real fast, and then I got to give Matt his phone back, unfortunately.
You want to do like a quick little interview thing like we always do, or?
It's up to you. If I get the,
we just stand right in front of the camera.
All right, guys, we're wrapping off the balls from the pro shop right now.
All right, so once again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in today on the live stream. Thanks for being patient with me all weekend. This is John Dansbury, and we will see you in April for our next set of title matches. Thanks again, everybody.